How's everybody doing? I'm going to try to show you how this thing works. Anyways, we're live now. We're going to go on the mic. Put the mic on. All right, you guys. Today, I've got a little treat for you. I was expecting the Sea Dragon canoe. I had been waiting on this thing since I bought it on July 10th. And FedEx has had it since the 11th. But just being me, the nice guy I am, I was just waiting, just waiting and stuff. I had guessed, maybe someone had stole it or whatnot. But oh yeah, let's don't forget to thank God for waking us up today. But yeah, I had thoughts in the back of my mind that someone had stole it and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what ended up happening. So when you start thinking stuff like that, maybe that's what happens. But anyways, the package showed up today and it was damaged, and you could see all in it. It was torn in it and had been taped back over, but you could still see up in it, and had all my other contents in it. Another side draw sheath, the tiny little knife was missing out of it, and the actual Sea Dragon canoe knife was missing out of it. Had the hat. I had a camouflage Smoky Mountain Knife Works hat, but I just refused the package. Told them just take it back. I'm gonna get a full refund. Missed the tiny trapper today. That thing sold out quick within like 45 seconds. It was crazy. That was wild. I've never. It didn't let me get into PayPal. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it don't on there. I tried to get in there real quick, but it wouldn't let me. I tried to type in my information. By the time I did get back, I thought I was quick enough because it was 10:01. By the time I got back to the website, then it was already set at the top of the cart that it was out of stock and I couldn't purchase it. So I just went and deleted everything else that I had in the cart because I'll just wait for that. What is it? The Peacock Apple. How you say it? The Appaloosa Baby Doc knife coming out on the 20th from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Shout out Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I know it wasn't your fault. It was those guys over at the FedEx Ground Economy Sort Center in Charlotte. I used to know some guys that worked in the Gaffney out in that way, and they used to talk about stealing things out of the warehouse and stuff. But thank God I don't hear things like that anymore. And I'm not around that stuff like that anymore anyways. But stuff like that happens in this world. But today I'm going to show you how to use this case paste. I've always been talking about this about in almost all my videos. And also, I told you we was going to get into this changer. Today, also, let me show you what I'm carrying today. What I'm carrying is my full-size copper lock. It is a carbon steel, but this is one of my second or third case knives, and I've kept it pretty clean. I've used it. It's got some spots on it. But I'll show you how it'll even take those little spots out on this thing here in a few. I've took this thing fishing, cut fishing line, and a lot of stuff. It's got some history with it. But I love this little knife. And it fits perfect up in my little sheath. I think it fits up to, I want to say, it's like 3 5/8 inches long. But and so your 4-inch knife barely stick out, 4-inch and a 4 1/4 inch knife barely stick out a little bit at the top, so you can kind of show them off a little bit. But enough of me rambling on. Let's get into this changer. We'll get into the knife itself, and you can see. I don't know why it does this, but it'll tarnish every once in a while. and it'll get like this brownish color right here. Hold on, let me turn this around so you can really look at it. It's supposed to look like really gold, but see how tarnished that is? Now let me show you something. I got a tripod on the waist, but I'm gonna show you right quick on this other camera, or the front facing camera. Alrighty. Let's get us a little bit of this case paste. And I don't advise anyone to do what I do. This is what I do. This is what a lot of the old timers will do. They will put a little bit of this on their finger, so you don't have to use much. And first go in and hit those spots where it's really dark at, and it's really dig into it. That way, mostly when you come in with this cloth here, you're just going to be scrubbing and wiping away. Scrub and wipe away. Alright, we'll get down these little crevices down in here, so make sure you get those real good. Go over those real good. Now let's get this thing turned around. I can show you what it's supposed to look like. That's a night and day difference, isn't it? See that? And that. Let's do this other side. Like I say, I just do like this, but if you want to, you can use a rag and do it. Me, I had well, you could call him old timer. He's a farmer. He's older than me. He owns a case store, and he's the one that told me, he'd just use a little dab at a time on his finger and rub it off. Rub this whatever this is, it settles on here, oxidation or whatever happens to the brass over time. But I just wipe my finger back on there, and that's why you see those little dark marks on there in my videos when I've been showing off the case paste. But yeah, you just rub it back and forth and kind of smear it off of there. Switch up spots so you're not getting that dark black junk I just showed you all over that part of the knife. And then I'll show you one side of the knife, and then I'll flip it over and show you what we just came from, basically. And if you guys don't feel like doing this and you're local, there is a guy that will do this for you. Shout out Nate Green over at Green's Blade Revival. Really good guy. Get in touch with him. And I believe he does these types of services. He might clean your knives for you and stuff. But if you've got the time, because it does take some time, it ain't like you can just do this. It takes probably about 15-20 minutes to do it, and then you gotta let it dry and all that stuff and see what you missed, and go back and maybe hit it again. And then you might have some cream stuck in different places. You got to go back and clean it up. So it would be best to drop it off with somebody. If you don't have the time, like I said, it's very tedious too. But we'll show you the front and the back of this one. Now this is what I just hit with the case paste. And this is what it did look like before. That very tarnished brass look. But with just a little bit of that case paste, it'll shine it right up, and you can keep your well, you can oil these down, wax these down, whichever you prefer. Some people like to do different things. But yeah, this thing is a beautiful knife. After I clean it, I'll show you how it works. Let me get the other side real fast. And I hope I'm getting this on screen real good. There we go. We're going to get this other side. I got to think a little bit too much. I'll dab some on that side. Since this side has stainless on it, I don't need as much. And you gotta go around every corner, and I missed some on this side. It's just, like I said, it's a very long process. I'm doing just a little bit just to show you guys today, but it's just the detail work after this that goes into it to make sure that it's clean and no mess is left behind and gunk, or you guys understand what I'm saying. You've cleaned something before that's took more effort than usual things do. Like in some of my power tool videos I've been showing you, you always think it's going to be like a daggum 2-minute job or 5-minute job, and then it turns out to be a 20-minute job or 2-hour job. You might have to run the Lowe's again, or there's always something that might pop up. I'm just going to get a tad bit more. I didn't get these edges real good. And I got this little rag. I should have been wiping my finger on this instead of this other rag. Let me get that. Yeah, that's what it needed. I'll get these corners off camera and stuff that's still not as shiny. I just wanted to show y'all guys with hard work, because I'm pressing this, hurting my hands, but my hands are sore from doing all that daggum caulking yesterday for the trailer. But I think it's helping it not leak anymore anyway. You can turn this around now. Now look at that thing. Shining like it was 1986 again. I think this is an 86. Oh, my bad, it's 84. It's a 6 dot, 1984 changer. But we'll get in. Let me turn it around so I can show you. But yeah, shout out. I am doing that giveaway, you guys, so check on my other videos. I'm doing a small brown synthetic peach seed jig small pen case knife, you guys, and it's going to come with one of my decals that I'll throw in there. And once I reach up to 175 subscribers, I'll be able to send that out to somebody. You just reach me through Facebook and all that. I'm gonna pull each of these out. This does have a section where you can hold each one of them. This is the original 1984 sheath that came with this knife. I don't have the box for it, but I do have the original sheath, which is pretty cool. I did probably pay a pretty penny for this one because it is my first changer. But I think I got a good deal on it it's barely even used. If it has been used, I can tell. It looked like one of them had been cut drywall before or something. But we'll look at the anatomy knife to see if it has some of these blades on here. I know it probably don't have this saw blade on there, but that's excellent for cutting drywall, or yeah, that thing look like it'd eat through some wood too, or whatever you needed it to. But yeah, we'll get into showing you how to do this when you're changing them. When you change the blades on the case changer, I love this, and I believe this is the like hammerhead style blade. We'll look on here and see what if they got one that's called whatever this style is on the case anatomy card or a collector's pocket guide card. It's not right now. This one's not on here, but yeah, it's like more of the like case hammerheads. But I'm gonna quit rambling on. You want to push this in, and it actually says press right here on here. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But you press that all the way in. Oops. Press that all the way in and pull it out. This one says clip. Oh, it actually says changer down at the bottom. I never realized that. I'll turn it around here in a minute and show you guys. But yeah, if you just want to pop another one on, like this blade right here, this would be what, a drop point blade? Yeah, this is a drop point blade. It's pretty cool. It should have the numbers on them. That would be even cooler if it had the numbers done to identify each blade. But yeah, again, you want to press this as hard as you can, push that in there, lock it in, and you click it back. You're good to go. I like this knife too. It's oiled down, but because I can just, if I have to, on self-defense or whatever. But yeah, on the go, this thing it's on your hip too, so you just pop it and just pull it out and you're there. Whoop, we was almost there. But you know what I'm saying, you pull it out and you're there. Alright, I just want to run through the blades to show you what they all look like on here. And that looks like it's a little flaying style knife. If they have one, they don't have what it's called. This one's called on here. It's almost like a Texas toothpick style, but I guess that would be like your utility blade or something. Versatile. You can cut stuff. Get it in between stuff easily. Now this thing, I'd be using this thing for drywall or cutting off little edges of trim or something. That's pretty cool. I will let me get this thing turned around. Hold on, you know what, you guys? I don't even have you display out. Let's get this display out so we can actually see this thing. Alright. Here we go. But yeah, see it says case changer on there. The 6 dots, 80 4 mile, the 80s tang stamp. No shield on these. This is rosewood. I have a rosewood hawkbill too. Sorry, my dogs are hearing the thunder. You guys, I'll shut the door for you. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's my changer. I meant to show you that. And it is time for my daughter to get out of school. So she's getting out of school now, but she'll be off the bus in about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, both my daughters actually. They just my youngest just started school too. But let's go over this one right quick too. The copper lock, full size copper. As you can see, it's got some slight staining on it on that side. Actually, not enough for me to even clean it. You can see that one little spot down there at the bottom. You guys, I think this is gonna conclude my video on the changer and my copper lock. This carbon steel that I thought had some carbon dating on it, but it didn't. But this thing did have some tarnish on it that we was able to get rid of. In one of my next videos, whenever this thing starts getting tarnished again, I'll show you how this case paste is works wonders on carbon steel. Yeah. As always, God loves you. So do I. I'm gonna put this thing up. I don't use it a lot, so I like to keep it up. But yeah, God loves you. So do I. Enough rambling on. I gotta get my daughters off the bus and all that good stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I had the Bible out for you. Let me flip to it if I can right quick. And look how God works. I was almost there. I just had one verse I wanted y'all to ponder on and study on. It's in Proverbs 27:17. And then this follows along with knives too. And man, iron sharpeth iron, so a man sharpeth the countenance of his friend. So don't let someone you're around tell you can't do this, you can't do that. That's not the type of people you want to be around. You want to be around people that's like-minded, that's pushing you forward to keep going, and you sharpen them to keep going forward, and they sharpen you on your ideas and help you to be successful, and vice versa. Now that's how real iron sharpens iron, and that was God's instruction. And I had to get that in there before I left you guys. And I know I do this a lot in my videos where I'm saying goodbye, and then I'm not leaving just yet, and throw something else on you. But I'm really gone this time, you guys. As always, God loves you. I do. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget the case small pen giveaway on here. All you gotta do is comment on I'll just say comment on any of my videos that I talk about the giveaway, and I'll write your name down and you'll be in the drawing, and we'll get your address and all those details. All right, you have a good day. Stay blessed.